Hello everybody, I am Charbel and I'm going to talk to you about this first unit of this course of biology. Chapter 1.1 What is science? Science is an organized way of gathering and analyzing evidence about the natural world. One goal of science is to provide natural explanations for events in the natural world. Science also aims to use those explanations to understand patterns in nature and to make useful predictions about natural events. Science, change, and uncertainty. The science is for understanding what we don't know, but the science is always changing. And when we find an answer, we have more questions about it. Science methodology involves observing and asking questions, making inferences and forming hypotheses, conducting controlled experiments, collecting and analyzing data, and drawing conclusions. Scientific investigation involves observation, the act of noticing and describing events. Inference, that is a logical interpretation based on what the scientists already know. Hypothesis, is a scientific explanation for a set of observations. Controlled experiment, all the variables of the experiment should be kept unchanged. Independent variable, is the variable that is deliberately changed. Dependent variable, is the variable that is observed and that changes in response to the independent variable. Control group, is exposed to the same condition as the experimental group except for one independent variable. Scientists make detailed records of the experiments, of experimental observations, gathering information called data. There are two types of data: quantitative data, numbers obtained by counting and measuring. Qualitative data are descriptive and involve characteristics. During the course of an investigation, hypotheses may have to be reduced and experiments should be do it again several times for have a good result. Chapter 1.2 Science in Context. Scientists share scientific attitudes like curiosity, skepticism, open-mindedness, and creativity. Curiosity looks something and asks himself a question about it. Skepticism, the scientists need evidence for accept explanations. They don't accept beliefs. Open-mindedness, they are willing to accept a different ideas. Creativity, researchers need to think creatively to design experiments. Communicating results, publishing peer-reviewed articles in scientific journals allow researchers to share ideas and to test and evaluate each other's work. Scientist theories. A theory is in science applies to a well-tested explanation that unifies a broad range of observations and hypotheses, and that enables scientists to make accurate predictions about new situations. Science and society. Using science involves understanding its context, society, and its limitations. The way that science is applied in society can be affected by bias. A bias is a particular preference or point of view that is personal rather than scientific. Chapter 1.3 Studying Life. Biology is the study of the life, that's all. Characteristics of living things. First, living things are based on a universal genetic code, DNA. DNA is the complex information that they need to live, grow, and reproduce in a genetic code. Living things grow and develop. They are stimulus. Stimulus is a signal to which an organism responds. Living things reproduce. There are two types of reproductions: sexual reproduction and asexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction it is needed to organisms. Asexual reproduction it's only needed to organisms. Living things maintain a stable internal environment that is called homeostasis. Living things obtain and use material and energy. The combination of chemical reaction through which an organism builds up or breaks down materials is called metabolism. Living things are made up of cells. Now, big ideas in biology. The study of biology revolves around several interlocking big ideas. I'm going to explain. The cellular basis of life, information and editing, matter and energy, growth, development, and reproduction, homeostasis, evolution, structure and function, unity and diversity of life, independence in nature, and science as a way of knowing. Thank you for your attention. So now let's go for some questions and some prizes. And thank you for your attention.
created using Powtoon.